Warhammer 40K Space Marine is a loud, brutal, and pure power fantasy. You're not a soldier cowering behind cover, you're a one-man army, an unstoppable force of the Emperor's wrath. But here's the real question. Is it actually worth your time as a part-time gamer? Is this a game you can jump in for a quick session, or does it demand more time than it deserves? That's what we're breaking down today.
Try to keep up.
Space Marine keeps things tight and focused, with a campaign length of about 8 to 10 hours. If you're just here for the story and the thrill of chopping through orcs and chaos forces, you'll finish it within that window. But if you're the kind of player who loves finding hidden collectibles, experimenting with different weapons, and really soaking in the atmosphere, you might stretch it to 12 hours or so. What I love is that Space Marine doesn't waste your time. There's no bloated open world, no meaningless fetch quests, just pure adrenaline-fueled action. Every mission pushes you forward without unnecessary padding. If you're someone who values their limited gaming time, that's a huge plus. Now, how easy is it to pick up and play if you don't have hours to burn? Well, Space Marine does a fantastic job of making sure you can jump in and out without feeling lost. The controls are simple and responsive, and the combat system is intuitive. You've got your ranged weapons for precision, your melee attacks for pure carnage, and a regenerative health system that rewards aggressive play. This means that you can hop into a mission, unload some righteous fury, and hop out without needing a warm-up session every time you return. Each mission is linear and well-paced, so you won't spend time wandering aimlessly. That's a huge plus for part-time gamers who want to make progress every time they boot up the game. A good save system is crucial for part-time gamers, and Space Marine mostly delivers. The game relies on checkpoints, which are fairly frequent, so if you need to put the game down unexpectedly, you won't lose too much progress. However, there's no manual save system, so if you have just 10 minutes and need to quit mid-mission, you might have to replay a small section when you come back. Fortunately, mission lengths average around 30 to 40 minutes, which is a decent session length for most players. If you're someone who plays in super short bursts, like say a quick 10-minute session, it might not be the best fit. But if you're okay with a 30-minute session or more, it's very manageable. Alright, let's talk microtransactions, paywalls, and FOMO mechanics. Because if a game tries to waste my time and my money, I'm out. The good news is that Space Marine is a complete game right out of the box. The campaign has 0 microtransactions, no artificial grind to push you toward buying anything, and no live service gimmicks. The only extra content is DLC skins and some multiplayer add-ons, but none of that affects the single-player experience. If you get the Anniversary Edition, it bundles in all the extra content anyway. So, no FOMO, no predatory mechanics, just pure 40k carnage the way it should be. This game respects your time because it is fun right from the start. Every weapon has weight, every melee kill feels satisfying, and the combat flow keeps things fresh. There's no unnecessary grind. You're not leveling up for the sake of leveling up. The game gives you new weapons and abilities naturally as you progress, and that keeps the pacing solid. The only downside is some sections can feel repetitive, especially when fighting waves of similar enemies. But the game mixes things up just enough to keep it engaging. The multiplayer mode is fun, but it's not the main attraction for part-time gamers. There are classic team-based modes, and the combat translates well to PvP. But the issue is the player base. It's hit or miss whether you'll find an active lobby or not. If you have friends to play with, it's a solid bonus. But if you're looking at Space Marine just for multiplayer, I'd be cautious. So, should you play Warhammer 40K Space Marine as a part-time gamer? Yes, if you want a short, action-packed campaign with no grind or paywalls. Maybe, if you're only interested in multiplayer, since the player base is unpredictable. No, if you prefer open world or tactical games, this is pure action. What do you think? Drop a comment below, and if you found this review helpful, hit like and subscribe for more part-time gamer reviews.